Leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss. Now you counting stars. Should've practiced more. Should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
First in the building, Stickin' Boys Fishing and Sports on deck. What's good with you, bro? See you in the building. Big shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game. A-side official. You already know, man. Shout out to y'all for supporting the channel. You know how we do. WCS back with another one. And this one is kind of off the beaten path. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to constantly address the evidence that's out here that these people are unable, incapable, you know what I'm saying, inconsistent, you know what I'm saying, to keep it 1,000% that they just don't have it. They don't have the strength enough to admit and take full accountability on what's going on. For real. I'm going to talk about an incident that just happened prior to me getting on here, unfortunately, for that person. I have to mention your name. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, I have to put you out there as being a soft-hearted individual. Toby Bartlett in the building. Salute WCS in the hottest chat on the YTC. No doubt about it, man. Salute to you, Toby, across the pond. We're global, baby. We're global in this. You know what I'm saying? You better know it. It's better to be global than just local. So I seen, man, you look, you don't understand. Like, you can get up here and try to talk to these cats, man, you know, on the level of adult appropriation. Like, I know I'm speaking to grown people, and I know I got some boxing heads in the chat, and I know there's some listeners that's freaking dealing with this too. That's been listening long enough to know how my, you know, word flow is and how I pretty much, you know, provide my analytics, right? So pretty much what I've been experiencing is that these snotty boys are pretty much taking other recourse to try to report your channel, you know, and try to do all these other incentives to make them feel good about July 29th. Seriously, man, they are that upset. They believe if they can exterminate or eradicate or, you know, submit any type of administrative work, that makes them happy then a little bit. But what I can't understand is that when they hear this word, you know, when they hear me speaking on a case that's been around for quite some time on how the pro Spence fans was consolidated into this name, now they all of a sudden trying to act like the name has never existed. You know what I'm saying? And listen, and once again, I have to break this down based off the individuals that listen to my content, but yet they'd rather leave me information or leave me messages on social media, whether it be Facebook Messenger or IG or YouTube, right? So I'm saying to myself, Though I continue to let them know that Bud Crawford is 40-0. So if you have a channel, I went on a channel this morning, the Boxing Outlet, and I thought the brother was pretty strong-minded, but I found out he's soft as a wet cotton ball because this dude didn't even allow me to be up there a good 3 minutes. A good 3 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Most of it was that he was telling, oh, no cussing on the channel. They bro, you haven't been around these people that cuss on the channel every day, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't take your shit down just from vulgarity and all that. You got to understand some things about the way this YTC works. But anyway, you have people that watch your stuff and just so happen they see you pop up in their neighborhood. They say, oh shit, he over here. Okay. And then they put up their defense shields. I'm over there strictly for conversation. You know me, I don't go around here really dropping, all this obscenities or anything like that unless I'm going at somebody and it's maybe a headstone, the reaper's out and all that. That's it. But usually I'm just pretty chill with talking my talk. But what I found out is that this is the angle they're trying to take now with Terrence Crawford. Instead of just giving the man his flowers that he beat and talk about the rematch, they busy talking about Crawford has been cheating. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's the softest. I mean, I'm talking about super soft. The softest to sit up here and have somebody like myself who has been on record as talking about Crawford. And I'm seeing your live stream and I've heard what you said. So I decided to pay you a visit. And I'm not even on some, some ill shit. I'm just over there trying to see where you at with this Bud Buddy and see the depth of what your debate skills is about when it comes to just having a general conversation. I wasn't even on that 3 minutes and got kicked off. I swear to God. You know what I'm saying? I swear to you, when you have a sense of humor, people tend to just, I don't know, they want to have it their way. So I told the dude, I said, listen, you're talking about Terrence Crawford gloves was wrinkled. And this glove has horsehair and that glove don't, and all this. And he had a picture up there of a referee, wiping off Crawford's glove or one of his trainers holding his glove or something to that extent or whatever. We don't even know. It's been fighters who trainers grab their gloves because their hand is hurting. But this dude was up here trying to insinuate that Crawford is a cheater. All right. He said he's been cheating. Now, they wonder why we called him what we called him. Because somebody called, say Buzz, they was up here to my Buzz sections. They ain't calling me that because I'm not that. I don't feel no type of way about that. You know what I'm saying? And you call me that, I don't feel no type of way because that's what I'm not. I support the fighter, but it's hilarious to know that you don't understand why people was calling you all aerosexuals because you go through the deepest point. Like you'll go to the deepest point, no extra oxygen, and you go as deep as you want. Then when you try to get back to the surface, you don't have enough. You know what I'm saying? You experiencing the bends, you got bubbles in your system, you're done. It's a catastrophe, disaster. You go so deep on this that you get mad and angry. You know what I'm saying? And look, I tried to explain to the brother that the reason why I'm saying that you fit the description and you're absolutely a legitimate aerosexual is because y'all are always talking about Bud. I mean, dude, I went over there that with the criteria that he was putting out there. You know what I'm saying? And my people, the content creators, they always try to make it about homoerotic stuff, homosexuality, homoerotic stuff. That's what they try to do. I can say aerosexual all the time. I'm not talking about no homoerotic shit. I'm just talking about the name itself and an overindulgent boxing fan. That's what I'm talking about. An over-infatuated boxing fan who's inspiring to be the number one Errol Spence fanatic. That's the way I look at it. But these other cats that are so-called Spence supporters, they have thin skin, man, before they just start losing it. They have very, very thin skin. So this dude kicks me off his channel this morning and told me get out of here with that shit and all that. I was like, damn, man, you up here talking about how you was hustling in the hood. In order for you to hustle in the hood, especially the location you was talking about, bro, when you have some thicker skin, haven't you had motherfuckers come out there and try to goddamn try you? Haven't you had some people that just try to cross you the wrong way? But yet you give me 3 minutes less. You give me 3 minutes, dog. And you got somebody that was in my chat that's on your panel that supports you over their line talking about my chat was going in on them. Man, stop the cap. That's another reason why I hopped on the panel. I said, what are you talking about? You come over there and say some stuff that you want resistance, and you get the insurgency, and you're mad because the resistance and the insurgency happened, and you feel like I didn't see it to that extent to get that much backlash. No, that's what you wanted. That's why I don't hop in chats most of the time. I will pay attention to what's going on, but I don't hop in the chats. Look at this brother. Look what he put up there. Let me get back to the chat right quick. Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more. What's good with OG? How you feeling? Don on deck. Salute to everyone in the chat. BIGDEMON on deck. What's good with it? Outlet on Marlo or the Crybabies. MF, I know. Bro, good Lord, man. I'm going to put up the thumbnail this dude put up today. This dude didn't keep me on this panel three minutes. I used no obscenities, y'all. This dude tried to tell me what that glove looked like right there. I say, who glove is that? You see some hands in a glove. Look how wrinkled it is. Bro, you reaching. You're reaching like Stevie Wonder trying to look for his goddamn diamond ring on the floor, man. You're reaching in the dark like it matter. I'm like, dude, I thought we was dealing with tough exterior here, especially in the aftermath of July 29th, where y'all trying to prove that Crawford is a cheater. If it's not him juicing, it's he had loaded gloves. They're still looking at. I told this dude straight up this morning, you can go look. I told him straight up. I said, listen, you have a picture up here, the glove that happened at BOK Prime when he fought David Avanesian. Everlast sent out a message. He tell me it don't matter. I say, so bro, so you trying to tell me the people who manufactured the glove who put out a statement and said it was defective? I mean, you want some facts, right? So you're up here trying to prove to the people that Crawford is a cheater with his gloves. But yet and still, your point of evidence is that you're using a picture from his fight with David Avanesian. And I'm trying to tell you, Everlast sent out a statement, and you tell me you don't care. That wasn't true. I say, so the manufacturer put out a statement, and it's not true. They put out a statement, bro. They put out a damn statement, and you just want to ignore that. So we're not going to get anywhere because you're putting up different frames of hands and gloves, and you're trying to say that is Crawford's gloves, and one was horsehair and one wasn't horsehair. And Everlast is doing this, and so who you should be blaming is Everlast. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously, I don't know how many fights this dude has went through. You know what I'm saying? Ross, if you're listening, I don't know how many fights you attended. I want to say little to none. You know what I'm saying? Because most of the time you was talking about street stuff or whatever. But I don't think you attended too many fights because you out here trying to push a narrative that's not going anywhere. That shit on flat tires when they leave the garage. Your narrative ain't going nowhere, bro. You're trying to say Crawford is cheating now with gloves. And I'm telling you, there's been plenty of fighters to get caught trying to cheat with gloves. You know what I'm saying? There's many fighters that get caught. I was at a fight where a particular fighter changed the gloves and it wasn't even a team member there. And they changed the gloves prior to them walking out. That's a fact. You would know that if you attended fights. You would know that if you attended fights. Tank Davis changed his gloves out when he was fighting Leo Santa Cruz. And Leo Santa Cruz didn't even have a team member back there. People ain't talking about that because they wasn't at the fight and they don't know. And you know, people just looking at it like, oh, Tank got power, so he gonna do what he do. No, I'm just saying, people always talking about how things work in boxing and the commission is here, the commission is there. Floyd, when he was still with Floyd was in the building and Floyd was back there, and Tank changed out his gloves because he wasn't going to represent the brand without them paying him or something like that. So the gloves he had on when the commission inspector, everything was back there, he changed out those gloves into some other ones that didn't have this particular brand on them. And he went out there and, you know, nothing was said or whatever. He got in the ring, he knocked out Leo Santa Cruz. Nobody's saying that. Nobody's going forever and a day trying to prove that Javante violate the rules because he got punching power. So they expect him to go in there and knock somebody out. The same with Crawford. Crawford has punching power, but it's more so orientated around him breaking his opponent down. But it still works out the same. You know, stoppage, whether you on your back, on your knee, not being able to make the count, or whatever the case may be. Don on deck, I see you. I'm gonna put up a thumbnail. And see, I don't go to that. You never see me photoshopping, but it is several dudes out here that's always photoshopping men's face on women's body, and that just goes to show you deep down inside what really gets their rocks off, man. What really gets them salivating and drooling. You know what I'm saying? What really makes them feel warm inside. You feel, because you don't never see me posting no Photoshop stuff like that. Never, bro. That's not where my mind is at. Now the boxing outlet is a straight clown. Hey, bro, I'm about to get into it, man, because this dude is tripping. Shout out to True Me Today, USA Boxing Coach Malachi in the building, man. Peace to the good brother WCS show. Peace to the chat. Appreciate you, Coach. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. You already know. MD, that dude is mentally ill, and I'm not kidding. He been on bullshit for a long time. Obviously, he has something much more telling, you know, that includes mentally, you know, being mentally ill, because this dude kicked me off the panel, and I'm used to, you know, at least having some exchanges, right? A barrage of verbal exchanges, you know, it's called debating. I was expecting that, and he had, you know, some other people on the panel. And before I know it, shit, he kicked me off. I said, dude, something ain't right. Something ain't right. I told him, I said, you're telling us go send you a picture, because this other guy said something about Deontay Wilder gloves. And he said, go send me a picture. I said, bro, you're bringing this up about the gloves, so it's not up to us to do your homework. And dude kicked me off the panel, bro. That's a classic song by Roy Orbison, Crying Spring to Mind. I never heard it. I might have heard it, but I can't put it to sense right now. Thinkers Think, what's good with you? Swat Jones, what's good? W said salute. What's good with it, man? You know what it is there, Jones. Through the lens of the trenches, salute to you this morning on deck in the building. It's War W says, I'm Team Bud Boxing. Tell them boys it's unlimited jokes, and all said they can on our side, they can never win. The truth shall prevail. And the truth is, this dude got destroyed. And see, it looks weak on them. It looks very frail. It looks extremely frail. You know what I'm saying? Just like a newborn chicklet. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna put a chicken in there with a cock and say, hey, he might look small, but it's the goddamn bite. It's the bite that matters. That motherfucker raw. Dude, he about to get shredded by this goddamn cock. No, man, that little chicken can fight. Like, he about to get lit. He about to get lit up for real. He said Crawford does all kind of shit, loaded gloves, pads, etc. That dude is not well. He ain't, man. Plus, they got a short temper. You gotta think to yourself. Some of these dudes might be on some Just like the people that they're talking about that's on things to help them with performance, they might be on some type of hallucinants, some type of mind altering drugs to be so quick tempered like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want people in my chat that's going to agree with everything I say. I'm not looking for a cult. You know what I'm saying? I have the whole collection of Smurfs. I can just line them up, you know what I'm saying, on the floor and have a conversation, and they won't say a motherfucking thing. I say, all right, Papa Smurf, OG, you hear me, Pop? He'll just sit there and won't say a thing. If I wanted that, I got the company. For real, I got the company. You know what I'm saying? God damn. But these cats be one people in their chat just agree with everything they say is correct. Check this out, yo. So let me take this down. I wasn't even gonna make it about him, and I'm not gonna make this live stream about him, but I just wanted to put something up. This is his thumbnail. So when you talk about, this is the boxing outlet, this is his thumbnail. So who in your right mind, you know what I'm saying, makes a thumbnail and try to explain to the people how it correlates to the Bud Crawford fans? How does that correlate to the fans who support Bud Crawford? It's nothing that I can gather from you creating a thumbnail to constitute you not recognizing or identifying that it does nothing to change this result right here. It absolutely does nothing to change the results, bro. You're talking about goddamn cross dressers or whatever. And notice this, y'all. Check this out. Notice this. Look at this thumbnail again. This is this man fascination about erotica. This is his thumbnail. This person right here, he put all black men in that thumbnail, dressed in drag. Now anybody can look at this and say this man has a fetish. You never will see that shit on my, never ever would see me creating a thumbnail that looked like that. That's his thumbnail right now as we speak. That's why he's mad. He wants somebody to have a different tone voice. He wanted to play around, he wants somebody to play around with him and say, boy, stop. Boy, stop. He wants somebody to snap their finger. You know what I'm saying? He wants you to cut your camera on when the live stream is off and see you. Oh man, and then if he'd ask, do you have a filter on? Nah, boy, stop. I don't have no filter on. This is just my natural complexion. Boy, stop. No. We're not doing that over here, bro. You're trying to say the Bud Crawford fans are part of the Rainbow Coalition, all because you have heard the word aerosexual for the longest of time and you don't like it. But you do like it. Because you got it all backwards. You got it all backwards. You're trying to say anybody who support Bud Crawford, you're trying to put them in a homoerotical fantasy. And that's something that you involved with. You involved in that state of mind. Your homoerotica has you in deep. You're coming out in a way to let people know what you're really dealing with. You deal with the Rainbow Coalition. That shit is not going to change the outcome of July 29th, brother. It's not going to change anything. It's not going to change the outcome of this right here, and it's not going to change the outcome of how many people was there to see it. This was the result in inside the fight, and this was the amount of people that was witnessing it. So you take the amount of snotty boys that was sitting in here, the aerosexuals sitting in this right here, and you look at them being able to witness several knockdowns during this fight. And the good thing about this is that you see Bud Crawford's shoe leaving the scene of the crime, bro, and going to a neutral corner. This was a legal beatdown, period. And I don't know how long it's going to take for these individuals to understand that they're not going to change it by going out here saying that so and so is cheating, peds, and all this other stuff that they want to talk about. Bro, you're making yourself look crazy out here trying to argue a point that's not going to change the results. You know what I'm saying? If it would have been Terrence Crawford who took that L, you all would have been loving life right now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all would have been loving life. You would have said Terrence Crawford got his ass beat. That's what he get for cherry picking all those opponents. And y'all talking about the man had 10 straight knockouts. He didn't fight nobody. Errol Spence proved that. But then when you see situations like this play out, and they want to do close-ups, talking about Bud had his gloves open. He had loaded gloves. He had his gloves open. He was fighting with an open glove. That means his gloves was loaded. He was punching Errol with an open glove. He had something in the palm of his gloves. I was like, dang, bro, y'all refuse to let this shit just go as it may. Like, the man beat him up. You know what I'm saying? The man beat him up, bro. This shit is getting out of control, man. The man beat him up. And it's just extremely tough for them to really pay homage to what happened. It makes it easy for somebody like me to come over here and speak on you, especially when most of the time y'all are extremely angry. Y'all are angry at the fact that Crawford won. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? Let me ask you this question there, L Sexuals. What's going to make you happy? Serious. What's going to make you happy, bro? What's going to make you happy? I'm just curious of what's going to make y'all happy. Maybe if I had the answer to that question, what's going to make you happy? Maybe when I come over here and do a live stream about you all, I can have a better understanding as to go to in that direction to say things that can make you all happy. Because right now it just seems like y'all are always mad and short-tempered. Don't you think y'all are being bad leaders for a fighter who y'all want to see succeed? Why don't y'all find something to make you joyful? Something that's going to give you inspiration to go forward and continue to support Spence, man. But y'all so mad and angry. Like, how is this supposed to happen this way? Like, seriously. And I can even be pettier. You know what I'm saying? Which is not even the word. I can be pettier. You know, I can even be pettier. I pay attention to little small little details like that. I can even be pettier. How can y'all continue to ignore that Terrence Crawford was the one who was delegating this punishment, and that he sat Spence down multiple times? How many times do y'all have to listen to evidence that's out there that Harvey Doc was there? Excuse me. Harvey Doc has been on record as saying that he did not see anything that was unusual about Terrence Crawford or Errol Spence. He didn't see anything unusual. Also, the inspectors and the supervisors was there to check the gloves and make sure everything was good to go. So when the fight has ended, all we hearing is, weight drain, pads, juice, loaded gloves, and all that. So my next question, my ultimate question to you all, have y'all gotten together as a group, as a unit? Because right now y'all not moving as a unit. I group you all together in the aerosexuals based off your actions. You know what I'm saying? How mean and angry y'all are and how stupid y'all look out here, right? So that's why I group you all together. But my ultimate question to you all, have you sat down and tried to come up with a draft proposal, a petition to have the commission over there, Nevada State Athletic Commission, NSAC, to basically look into evidence of possible cheating, violation of rules, and regulations within boxing handed out by Team Crawford. Have y'all thought about just putting your heads together and coming up and drafting a petition to submit to the Nevada State Athletic Commission? I'm here to help you out. Any which way I can help, bro. Why don't you all draft up paperwork, right? Because this is what I've heard from you all. Some of you all love saying shit that sounds good, but you don't want to go through the process to actually carry out the actual meaning. They say documentation beats conversation. So why don't you get to the documentation? Get to the documentation, bro. That's all I'm saying. Boxing Outlet, get to the documentation. You're proving my point on why I be thrashing y'all. Because y'all are short-tempered, upset, angry, quickly irritable, always so in haste to run away. But if documentation beats conversation, why haven't you all gotten together as a group, as a collective unit, and draft up a proposal to present to the Nevada State Athletic Commission to look into this, to begin an investigation, to at least put in an inquiry of your concerns as to how Crawford went about beating Errol Spence up July 29th under their commission? Am I right or wrong? And also you can include the snack program in that too. You know what I'm saying? Include the snack system, because a lot of people are insinuating that, all of a sudden Bud Crawford is a cheater. You know what I'm saying? The way his physique looked, how he's been able to perform. All the other 10 straight stoppages don't matter. It don't matter. The 10 straight stoppages don't matter. You feel me? The 10 straight stoppages don't matter. But this man, you see, also, this guy called Ross over there at the Boxing Outlet said that these are cameras and they can zoom in and all this other stuff. Yeah, I happen to, be one of those people who has plenty of steals that I took at championship fights, that require long lens accountability. And he's talking about people taking pictures of these gloves where you see hands and wrinkles. Man, what? How dumb is that? Like, you're talking about a glove with horsehair and no hair. That's the dumbest freaking argument you can have. For real, some of these arguments, they need to actually put their hands behind their back, like I said before, and find a local stairwell, turn around, and walk backwards. What happens next is up to you because you chose to do it. Look at Spence's face, man. Spence's face is a cherry strawberry color texture. And that's because the target practice of Bud Crawford was accurate. Center mass. You know what I'm saying? And he was touching them up early. But I remember what Roy Jones said, that a lot of these snotty boys are not crying about. Roy Jones said he felt that it may have been because of what needed to be done on his face. And he made a very, very solid point. He said Spence's face took damage from hitting the pavement. And see, when it comes to this accident, a lot of these snotty boys are not willing to cry about that particular subject. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't know this American pavement is undefeated. This American pavement, this concrete they use, skin, and this pavement, it's not even close. The pavement is going to win all the time. So if I put a picture up there, right? If I put a picture up there of how Spence looked, right? Let me help y'all out. Hold on for a second. Where is it? If y'all on there, hit the like button right quick. Okay. Let me go to the other one. I just want to see something, because Roy made a good point that he felt that it was, a little bit of what his face went through in the accident, because you're talking about his face touching pavement. Face, pavement, pavement wins. Pavement versus face, pavement wins. Face challenges pavement, pavement win. You know what I'm saying? Pavement is always going to come out on top when it deals with human skin, human soft tissue, right? Hold up for a second. It's going to win. It's undefeated. I don't know if the snotty boys is willing to cry a river and trying to come up with evidence to debunk what I just said, because they're so quick to ignore the accident, right? Leading up to the fight, he was the eye collector, rib collector. But when the results were what they were, they want to talk about residual neurological damage. Where's that picture at? I know you in here. I know. Where are you at? Where are you at, brother? Where are you at? Where? Hold on for a second, y'all. I need to get this picture because the snotty boys are over there crying. And the wild part about it, like when people come in here, I don't know if you mods on other channels. I show you respect, but don't go over there lying talking about my chat was over here, going in on you. Man, get out of here with that, man. Get the fuck out of here. You come over here saying some shit, you're gonna get people to respond to you. Don't come over here acting like you jumped in the check and people know who you are. They don't know who the fuck you are. Y'all be mods on other people's channel, and then you come over here saying something that go against my dang topic, and now you want to all of a sudden cry victim. That's another thing about these freaking snotty boys. They quick to always cry victim on stuff. They'll come in here and provocate a situation, and then and try to run away to my, oh, they bullying me. Man, get the fuck out of here. What's wrong with y'all, man? Y'all going through some emotional times right now, bro. Where's this picture at? Where is this picture at? Damn. I cannot. I know good and damn well I had this mug in here, man. Let me see. That's wild that this joint has disappeared, because just when I wanted to use it, I remember putting it in here, saving it to this particular location. But at this current time, it has retreated to a safe haven. I get it. You have retreated to a safe haven, so I cannot use you as an example. I get it. And that's another thing. Some of these dang snotty boys, they can run now. Them cats are fast. Hold on for a second. I know you're here. Just be patient. Where are you at? Where you at? Oh, there it is right there. So I want y'all to see something right quick. And this is what Roy was talking about. Roy was pretty much identifying and making the only one that made a point about this. He's the only one I heard make a point about this, that the way his face became so red and bruised, and you can see the damage, him wearing the fight early on in the fight, was because they forget on what happened with all this. Look at the right side of his face, bro. Look at the left side of his face. He has damage on the left and right side of his face. So you're trying to tell me that just went away? That's soft tissue damage that he had on the right side of his face extensively, and a part of his left side of his face. It didn't do damage. You see how swollen his face is and his eyes. You see how swollen that is? That's not normal. That's not a person that just, had the top down and there was a freaking dung beetle, trying to take flight, being that they're not used to them being in the air. and they was up on a limb, and they said, "Oh man, look at this car coming up here. This would be the perfect time to get some momentum." And they jumped down there and they hit him in the eye. That's not what happened, bro. This man's face was swollen up. His eyes were swollen up. It didn't even look like him. But yet they're trying to say Crawford was cheating because this man's face began to show the wear and tear of a fight that was only in the second round. And they're looking at it as like a round is only 3 minutes per round. How can Crawford do that? We never seen him do that before. Something's terribly disengaging about this, man. And I swear to you, I'm going to find out. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. If it's the last thing I do, I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I got friends in high places, buddy. When I tell you we're going to get together, we're going to determine when he was cheating, how he was cheating. You know what I'm saying? We're going to figure it out. They are hell bent on trying to say that this man had loaded freaking gloves, bro. This man had loaded gloves. They would not give this man any type of authentic, genuine credit for way he carried out this massacre. But yet we have people up here using thumbnails to say that if you support Bud Crawford, you're part of the Rainbow Coalition. That just goes to show how soft-hearted, you know what I'm saying, these aerosexuals are, because at the end of the day, the results are the results, period. The results are the results. I don't want to spend too much time, but I goddamn dropped the link in there. Shout out to the MACKMOBB, the Mac Mob on deck. What's going with it, Mac, man? Been a minute since I seen you, bro. Hope all is well your way. You know what I'm saying? I know you still got the channel over there cooking, man. What's good with your brother? Happy Wednesday to everybody that's in the chat, man. You know, John Q on deck. The aerosexuals crying like a peach. You know what I'm saying? Sammy on deck. I see you, man. Yeah, I was just going over how Toby said, why would Everlast carry the can for Bud cheating? That makes no sense because that could be damaging to their business. See, Toby, your mindset is like that. Your mindset has no problem with decoding what is relevant and irrelevant. You have no problem. But when some of these aerosexuals, a lot of them, they will put these freaking screenshots up for argument. And then when you debunk them with elementary type scenarios, they get mad and say, I don't want you around. I need somebody up here that's willing to argue with me. They really don't have the insight. They didn't educate themselves enough on this matter. I'll tell him that Everlast put out a statement saying the gloves defected, and it pisses him off, and he kicks me off the panel. You know, pretty much. Like, brother, that's the dumbest ever. Like, come on, man. That's just dumb. You busy up here trying to show Crawford's gloves being ripped. It's not going to change the outcome. All you doing is showing people how you are a fan of Bud Crawford. Y'all are infatuated with this man. Some of you all are infatuated with Bud for the wrong freaking reasons, man. I'm telling you. If you're doing a whole thumbnail and you got all those colors up there and black men dressed in drag, you are infatuated with Bud Crawford for the wrong reasons. I'm just going to lay it out there for you. You have other inner dark desires that none of us else have. We're talking boxing. You're talking some other stuff. And we've seen a lot of those type behavior play out on the YTC. We had a member say he wished another member stripped Bud, butt naked. You know what I'm saying? These are homoerotic tendencies that you see out here from some of these guys on the YTC. They want to see him outside of the trunks. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm serious. These guys are on a whole nother dang agendas. Real talk. Whole different agenda, man. No correlation to WCS. That thumbnail is trash. Man, that thumbnail is extremely concerning to me, Samuel. Extremely concerning. You're putting up all these colors of black man in drag. Like Bud Crawford's whole entire fan base is black. That's not even the truth. His whole entire fan base is not black. I just think that's who you see yourself when you go to sleep and when you wake up. That's who you are. I think one of those people you had on thumbnail may be yourself. You just put a little bit more filter on that and added some Beijing on there. And so nobody will recognize. I really think that one of them dudes are you. I'm not going to spend too much time trying to figure it out, though. But I just think one of them are you, brother. Real talk. That was more like a picture of the L sexuals, the Bud supporters. For real, man. They get mad over stuff, man. It's not like we coming in there at their job, kicking mascara out their hand and lipstick and snatching a wig off their head. It's not like we got together and did that shit. It's not like we was trying to go clean up those little brothels that they have around locally. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Come on. Real talk. What's good? OGW says I'm on deck. One love to the chat. No doubt, man. Mac Mob in the building. I see you, brother. They're desperate for Bud's drug test to come back as failed, but time is running out. Man, what are they waiting on exactly? Like, real talk, what are they waiting on? You know, that's their hope. All of a sudden, it can't be from him being on the SNAP program, because allegedly he's been on the SNAP program since Sean Porter. So nothing came back positive on that, unless they and look, if they want to go and find that infamous cup, that sample A and B from the Sean Porter fight, and see if it came back. And then not only that, if they can go to Omaha when, you know, they was over there and try to find the A and B sample from the Avanesian fight. Better yet, you know, let them keep their fingers crossed that the A and B sample comes back from Nevada. You know what I'm saying? And see if it comes back positive. You know what I'm saying? Time is a ticking, like you said. Time is a ticking, bro. Time is a ticking. But we have to call these snotty boys the way it is. They just cry all the freaking time. I mean, I never thought that as an adult, at my young age, man, and I just want to let everybody know for the first time, you know what I'm saying? I got a birthday coming up, man. You know what I'm saying? I got a birthday coming up. And I always talk about age. Age is precious, man. Life is precious. And the older you get, the more you appreciate what you had prior to, each time you turn the age, older than what you've been in life, you know what I'm saying, for the first time. And it's wild. It's wild for real. But I have a birthday coming up at the end of this week. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be 29 years old, man. I never thought I'd make it to 29, being what I went through early in my life. But, man, 29 years old, man, I was like, man, I feel like I'm getting old. I'm not able to go up in there in the gym anymore and just throw 3 plates on for a warm-up and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? 3 dimes on each side, man. That shit get heavy sometimes, especially when your chest sore. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got 30 on each side and the weight of the bar. That shit can get real heavy, dog. That shit get real. Sometimes I have to ask for a spot. Hey, you got me? And they always point at the bar. On this? I say, yeah, nigga, on this. Damn. Can you give me a spot? Damn, nigga, I'm getting old, man. I'm almost 30 years old. Shit, give me a spot if I ask for one. Damn, y'all acting like it got to be a 45 plate times 2 on that bitch just to give a spot, man. No, bro. John Q, what's good, man? I'm not even, once again, you have black men, and black men get mad when people characterize us in a way that deals with, homosexuality and homoerotica, and this is a perfect example when this is the only route they have to take to justify them criticizing a fan base that they don't even know overall who's a part of the fan base. right? So look, I can say the same thing. I don't know who all is aerosexuals. All I know is they act alike. But when they speak of Bud Crawford and the black fighter, what do? They have said this man was a slave, and now that guy that you're talking about, Fannin, he's talking about he's a diva. This is the same person who always want to run numbers past people in his audience, but when it's time for Bud to run those numbers and say I want to get paid a certain amount of money, he's being a prima donna and a diva. Now make it makes sense because you always throwing numbers out there when it comes to everybody else that you choose to support and try to prove your statement to be true, right? And try to push that narrative. But then Bud is pretty much saying, pay me more than the first one because I'm the undisputed champion. That's business, right? But no, he'll come over here to my, oh, he should do this, he should do that. Nobody's listening, bro. Nobody's listening. Nobody's listening. Y'all up here trying to dictate a person that you never supported anyway. So therefore, since you didn't support the man, now you think when he achieved what you thought he wasn't going to achieve, now you want to point him in the direction to basically placate Errol Spence in the next fight. And that's not the way it works. The man wants to get paid. He wants to get that bag. It's a business. So respect the fact that he's coming to you after earning that slot, and he wants you to do your due diligence and stop playing around. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not being fair. Fair. You know what I'm saying? Vegas Dev, what's good? If he got neurological issues, then why they want him to fight again? True words. If he has neurological issues, why do they want this man to step back in the ring and fight Bud again? Look, who did Errol Spence get with prior to enacting his rematch clause? Who? Did he have a conversation with anybody? Did he call up Crawford? Did he speak to anybody? Did he speak to anybody? Like, real talk. Real talk. You have people up here that's saying that it's all about solipsism. I know what solipsism means. It means you're egotistical, arrogant. That's what solipsism means. Solipsism. Solipsism. Being self-centered, selfish. Crawford wins July 29th, and all of a sudden, he goes into negotiation for the rematch. And he's solipsism. He has a solipsism about himself and the way he's carrying out the business aspect of boxing. How dare he go in here and negotiate his worth when he don't deserve it? Oh, so Crawford never deserves anything, but Spence deserves everything in a losing effort. How, again, does that work? Can Jerry Jones come to his rescue and try to put money up? No, we have to pay Jerry Jones back now. This ain't the Carlos Ocampo. This ain't in Frisco. You know what I'm saying? This ain't in Frisco. So Jerry Jones is not going to go up here and buy out the house. You know what I'm saying? The AT&T Stadium and say, hey, let's pack the house, man. Hey, just try to get Crawford. We got you. We're going to make sure everything is good to go. Have it here in Texas, Crawford, and we'll make sure everything, you get the money that you want, as long as you can have this rematch in Texas. I'll make sure you made whole. I mean, why isn't there Jerry Jones trying to make this shit happen, bro? Delusional is thinking that Bud outsmarted the NSAC and Bada and Team Spence, who was in his locker room watching him get wrapped, but thinking you were the only one smart enough to figure it out. Man, you cannot make this up, bro. You cannot make it up. Like, they have commission, they have entire procedures that they follow. I've seen it at the highest level. I've been in some of those locker rooms. I've seen them standing there looking at the fighter get their hand wrapped. I've seen it. It's too many cameras, especially the magnitude of Crawford Spence. It's cameras there all the time. It's cameras paying attention. It's cameras everywhere, bro. How are you all coming up with all this unsubstantiated freaking arguments all this freaking screenshots, and you don't want to hear somebody tell you that what you are here out here arguing about makes you seem like you're not mentally stable. It seems like you freaking still fragmented from July 29th. How can one man, bro, make so many people cry? How, bro? Somebody tell, how can one man make so many people cry and he's not the commander in chief? I can see if it was commander in chief and y'all thought y'all was gonna get a stimulus check, you know what I'm saying, before Christmas. And all of a sudden he said, yeah, we thought we had it in the budget, but found out there was a slight error in the numbers. And we found out we was a little bit shorter than what we supposed to. So we're not going to be able to send out those $3,000 stimulus checks to y'all prior to the holiday season. Okay. But what you can do, if you're shopping at Whole Food stores, come on, go to the local grocery stores, the local food marts. You have options. The produce is not going to be the way you think it is. But God damn it, you're not supposed to eat for taste. Okay. Just eat for protein. It's not going to taste the same as the whole food, but just prep it well. You know what I'm saying? Mask it with some of your favorite freaking, you know, um, icing or freaking whatever you can get, glaze, anything, spices, anything you can spruce that up with. That's all you got to do. You know what I'm saying? And also the brown stuff that you're gonna find on the produce means it's going bad just a little bit. Just cut it off with some scissors and dump it in the trash disposal or the garbage or whatever, garbage disposal and all that. You know, that's it. But you won't be getting those stimulus checks. You won't. You're not gonna do it. How can Crawford make so many boxing fans that's supposed to be hardcore fanatics cry so much? In my opinion, Bud Crawford supporters talk about Bud Crawford. They talk about Bud Crawford and what he did to Errol Spence. That's how they talk. They talk about what he was able to do to Errol Spence. But when the Aerosexuals come on here, they busy talking about Bud and what he didn't do. And if he did do it, this is how it went down. And it's always some freaking lies, man. He did this. He cheated here. He cheated there. He cheated this. He cheated. Like, bro, man, y'all are out of control, man. Y'all are broken. No broken bones. I'm a savage. But he got his grill knocked out and was scratched and scraped like a mofo. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're right. You're right. He said, no broken bones. I'm a savage. But he did have to have a lot of oral surgeries, which means that was a lot of damage, you know, that he had to go through until he got his teeth replaced. And that's something he always have to worry about heading into fights, about his teeth falling out. That's why I don't think he's going to be in the sport for an extended long period of time, man, because Crawford just handed him his first loss. You know what I'm saying? He goes in here and fight Crawford the second time at 47 or 54. It don't freaking matter. 47, 54. The results are going to be somewhat the same, bro. I don't think he make it to the ninth round. I don't think he make it to the ninth round, bro. We Crawford fans over here, we don't even talk bad about Errol the way Spence fans talk about Bud. True facts, man. True facts, man. And look, that's the only thing I'm saying, man. I'm trying to get it to the head. Like, it's a difference. The format is different. The format is different. I've never put up a thumbnail trying to basically be descriptive about an entire fan base and put them under the rainbow to prove a point as if you are doing something that's profound. Like, what are you doing? You trying to characterize a whole fan base that you don't even know about, you have no personal record of, you don't have no personal information. This is boxing, brother. We're talking about July 29th. Now we're talking about the rematch. Is the rematch going to happen? Y'all are mad because Bud want more money at 50, the fight at 54, 47, and you're saying he's wrong for continuing to sustain another fight at 147 when he's the active reigning undisputed champion at 47. So you want that man to leave his division, because he's the man at the division. He's the king at welterweight. You want him to leave his throne. Let me get this straight. Y'all want this man to leave his throne and step over to 54 just to see if your guy, Spence, has a chance? No. Why, if he just made weight July 29th of 2023, why should it be a problem for Spence to make weight again? All he has to do is know how to gently place the fork on the table after he finishes his first serving. Okay. Hey, if you can start there, we are on track to success. Tell him to gently place his utensils after he's finished his first serving. Okay. Push away from the table. Stand up. Face to the right or left, depending on where you're at, and walk away. Okay. Grab a jug of water, consume that to basically fill you up more than what you are, and wait till your next meal time. In between, get ready to go to the gym and drop that weight. You know what I'm saying? Not, okay, my training camp is 8 weeks. Let me see. I really got a taste for some freaking crab legs. Let me see. 8 weeks. Let me see. 8 weeks. 6. I can really lock in at 6 weeks. I can really lock in. Let me see what my weight is right here. Let me see. My weight is 183. Let me see. I got to get down to 147. Man, fuck that. Hey, y'all ready to go get these crabs? They got all you can eat going on today. Yeah, let's go, man. Matter of fact, let me change out this shirt. Last time I got some butter sauce in there. That shit didn't come out. Let me go change the shirt and put on a darker shirt. God damn it. My mouth watering thinking about that. Yeah, did you call them already and say reserve an area for 35? Let me say 36, 37. How many of y'all? Oh, 43 of y'all? Yeah, 43. We got 43 coming in there. Yeah. All you can eat crab legs. Yeah. And make sure you have that butter sauce fresh. You know what I'm saying? I like that fresh, hot butter sauce. Yes, Errol, we got you. They're not talking about that. They're not talking about that, bro. They need to get together and try to encourage this man to start dropping weight early so that Bud Crawford can do us right. Bud is the king of 147. So therefore, the man should defend his titles at 47. Y'all have to keep that same energy and understanding that you did not want to see Errol Spence fight Keith Thurman at 154 for no titles. But then turn around and say, you know what? We was going through some things. And you know what? I was on the yak just a little bit too much. I was on the yak. Now that I've been sober for 3 minutes now. So I've been sober for 3 minutes. Okay, work with me. But all I'm saying is just do us this one. Just do us this one. That's all we want. One what? Just do us this one favor. Just tell Bud just to move up to 54 so we can see what exactly. So we can see, so we can just see if Errol is Errol. Because right now the Errol Spence that we saw wasn't Errol Spence. So what are you saying exactly? The guy that was in the ring wasn't the guy that passed medicals. He wasn't the guy that was going on all these press conferences and talking about, you know what I'm saying, you ain't fought nobody and you ain't gonna take your belt off of me. Is that the Errol that you're talking about? Yes, but that wasn't him, man. It's just the weight. Are you saying what you mean the weight? The weight, it was the issue. That's all I'm saying. The weight was the issue. But how long? This dude had 15 months knowing that he was going to fight Bud Crawford. 15 months, a minimum of 30 days, excluding February, okay? A minimum of 30 days. Let's just say 30 days per month. He had 15 months, bro. He had 15 months, y'all. He had 15 months, y'all. Once again, He had 15 months. Isn't that about 450 days? Jesus Christ, man. This shit is crazy. Fanning is the cat who swallowed the canary, feathers flying out of his mouth every time he speaks. Oh, man. Well, shout out to Alan on deck. What's good, man? That dude is another one who has received and accepted his place in being a legitimate aerosexual. He's a snotty boy. He's always over there crying. He is always something, you know what I'm saying? And look, hey, don't try to stop it. Don't try to stop it. You just got to continue to look at them. Just look at them the way that you feel about the man. Just look at them side-eyed and raise a brow and like, man, nigga, what are you saying? To my, he's a diva. He had to have reconstructive surgery on his face. Bro, that's what I'm trying to say, MD. This man has soft tissue damage, loss of skin, all this. Soft tissue damage. You hit the pavement. And these cats are not even thinking about that could be the case as to why his face start to look the way it did. But look, they busy focused on Ugas. You have to understand, Ugas, he may not have presented the same power that Terrence Crawford had. And you also have to look at Ugas and when he started to just pack it in and become General Bob and stand there and be hit on. He shut it down after Lawrence Cole said stop. After he knocked out Errol Spencer's mouthpiece, he just shut it down. He got beat on. And his eye started swelling up. Did they say that Errol Spence had loaded gloves? Did they say Errol Spence was on juice when he swelled up Ugas' eye? Because I never seen Ugas' eye swelled up like that. What did EJ have in his gloves when he was fighting Ugas? You know, see, in the boxing outlet, you won't try to figure that out with all your screenshots, brother. How can Errol be taking the amount of punishment he took early in the fight? And then he started to swell up Ugas' eye. He hasn't did that. He didn't swell up Danny Garcia's eye like that. He didn't swell up Lamont Peterson's eye like that. He didn't swell up Mikey Garcia's eye like that. So if y'all talking about what Crawford did for the first time ever, why are y'all not trying to basically do implement your investigative methods into determining if Errol Spence has stuff in his gloves? You know what I'm saying? Was that the clone? Because this is the way to separate y'all from liability. Was that the Errol Spence clone that beat up Ugas, or that was the real Errol Spence? Of course, you're going to give him max credit and say that was the real Errol Spence that beat up Ugas, because y'all wanted it to be true. Y'all wanted him to be the eye collector. You wanted him to be the rib collector. So you're going to say it was the real one. But when it came to Crawford annihilating this dude, all of a sudden, oh, that's a clone right there. No, that's pathetic to think that way. That's pitiful. Now all of a sudden he's a clone. That's not the real Errol Spence. That was Errol Spence, but it wasn't Errol Spence. Have you ever heard some dumb shit like that in boxing? Now they're basically what boxer have you ever heard say that about another boxer? How can Crawford have that much effect on a whole boxing community to the point where a certain fan base are ignoring what they seen in the ring? And a lot of these dudes was there. They showed up to the fight. They had to be there because they thought they was going to witness history. The only ones that witnessed history the right way was the Bud Crawford fans who seen him carry on a sidebar with the fighter. That has never happened in boxing. He's in there beating up the stablemate of a fighter that's sitting ringside, for which he's having a sidebar conversation, talking shit to him while he's beating up his stablemate. I wanted to say to Crawford, I said, God damn, that can be considered bullying two people on the biggest stage ever. Real talk. You can really look at that as Crawford bullying two professional fighters at the same damn time. This man is beating up Errol Spence, who's under Diddy James, and he's up there talking shit to Jamel Charlo, who's sitting ringside, who's under Derrick James too. I've never seen that. I never seen that happen because he pretty much called out Jamel Charlo. So he has two targets right there at his disposal, and he's beating up one of them, and he's pretty much saying, hey, yeah, you, we already know what he said. Damn, I ain't never seen that happen, bro. They got friends in high places. Yeah, one of them knows on an air stewardess. Alan Faison. Let's see. So now, not only are they snotty, damn, y'all are getting wicked. What's going on, NO? I see in the building on deck, Jason on deck. They don't even discuss Errol Spence. Their entire platform is based discussing Bud Crawford, talking about Spence doesn't move the needle. Bro, that's what I'm trying to say, Jason. This is where I'm at. This is my whole entire point. You know what I'm saying? That is why I'm poking with the needle, bro. I'm not trying to thread the eye of it. For what? I already know. I'm not trying to say if I can get this motherfucker to the eye just in one go, boom. No, I'm talking about the point. The point of it all is, why do they continue to focus on Bud Crawford when your fighter is Errol Spence? Why aren't y'all talking about the good that he did in the first round? Just go on here and talk about the first round. Hey, if Errol Spence would have pretty much, performed the way he did in the first round, the next 8, oh my God, Bud would have been in trouble. Oh my God, that nigga would have been in trouble. They don't talk about none of it. What kind of fans are y'all, bro? Like what kind of fans are y'all? Like, y'all have a fighter that you're up here going life and limb to support on social media, right? All you have to do is talk about him. But you have dudes so angry. They call him Bud Crawford every name in the book, but they want him to surrender and appease Errol Spence at 154. Why? I don't get it, bro. I don't get it, bro. I don't get that. Them boys cry too much. Them boys cry too much, man. These content creators, Bud, half their earnings off YouTube. Man, you ain't never lied. Shouldn't they give him a stipend? They should give him a stipend, bro. Happy 29th birthday wishes. You no longer OG if you're 29. Amen. I just didn't want to put people in a general, area on what the age is at the present time. So I felt that a targeted, you know what I'm saying? If they bring out a pill or something, they bring out that pill, they goddamn, a lot of this AI shit is popping off. If they got that time machine and it's affordable, I'm goddamn getting that motherfucker, dog. I'm getting it. I'm purchasing. If they have that on Amazon, I'll be there. All I need 25. Just give me 25 years off. Just give me 25 years. Some things I do different. You know what I'm saying? Some females I have to revisit and say, okay, yeah, I thought about it. You the one. You the one. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You the one. For real. I didn't see that the first time we met. Oh, we met before? Yeah, you just don't know that, but do the AI, that shit right there. You'll know. But hey, I have to take some roles, man. You know what I'm saying? And I pay attention to different type of things in boxing, for real. You know what I'm saying? Before we get social media. You know what I'm saying? Before we get social media, I would have went about things a little bit different than covering boxing. Real talk. Yeah, I heard Blunts was in his late 20s. I did. But I didn't really want anyone to think that me and Blunts was the same age. You know what I'm saying? So in my mind, yeah, I'm in my late 20s. But in reality, I'm just a smidget older than 29. You know what I'm saying? I really can't give you the range, but I'm just a smidget older. Yes. Yeah, for sure. But 29 sound good though. It puts you in that crossroads, man, from 20s to 30s. That's when shit starts to change. For real. You know what I'm saying? That's when shit starts to change. That crybaby, Marty, whole platform is about Bud. He loves using paid accusations against Bud. He never promotes his fighters. Isn't he a manager or something? Must be Applebee's or Captain D's. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's another one. You know what I'm saying? That's another one. They have, look, they have proven to me that as much as I get on here and talk about Bud, it's a reason for how I project my message out. I'm speaking to those guys who don't support Spence, but they support Bud. You don't support Spence because all you talk about is Bud Crawford. And look, you're acting like that. As long as you run smear campaigns on Bud, you're going against everything that you probably teach family members. You know what I'm saying? You all are pretty much trying to bully a person in an effortless manner. None of what you say or do is going to change what happened. You just think about everything they said, y'all. All these cats, I keep repeating, all of them, they was talking, right? So much about what Crawford didn't do, what he should have did. And then when it came down to it, that brutality that we witnessed, no matter what they said prior to it, did not change the outcome, bro. And these motherfuckers are mad. I mean, these individuals are mad like you wouldn't believe. They are absolutely mad, yo. These individuals are extremely broken. B-R-oken. Broken. They are extremely broken. I can't tell you enough. They are broken, man. These cats, how can you let one man from Omaha, Nebraska, and you say he from a little small town and nobody live over there? How can you allow a person that's from that entity to have that much influence on you? And you're supposed to be boxing fans. You're supposed to be leaders in this boxing game. That's what you said. You're supposed to be leaders, bro. You're supposed to be leaders. And y'all going up here crying and saying this man is juiced up. Now is you're actually proving that you're haters. Because how can you all of a sudden come up with paid accusations? And that wasn't the case prior to the fight. Prior to the fight, it was Errol Spence was going to pressure him, break him down with the jab, go to the body. Crawford's chinny. He'd never been in there with nobody the likes of Errol Spence. Sean Porter was a shell of himself. Kell Brook was a shell of himself. Everybody was a shell of himself. David Avanesian, nobody cared about. And then their ruler, their king, their lord, Errol Spence Jr. goes in here and get annihilated. And it's pretty much one of the easiest matchups he's had at welterweight outside of Mir Khan. Outside of Amir Khan, for real, one of the easiest, bro. I think even David Avanesian did better. For real. I think David Avanesian did better, bro. It's messed up, but that's just the way I see it. That's just the way I see it. You know, say, damn, WC, I just turned 30. You're younger than me. Well, let me clear some things up because some people take things the wrong way. Let me preface that with I would like to be that age, but unfortunately, due to how our bodies sometimes change in a 12-month period, which signifies we have returned to our born date, right? Yeah, I am in my 50s. And no, I don't have a birthday coming up. You know what I'm saying? Ever. It's done. Errol was damn near under hypnosis when self-belief that he was just better than Bud at everything boxing. I agree with you, Hans. You couldn't say it better. Shout out to Hans in the building. I cannot look. That's a lot of y'all have said some real shit pertaining to this matter. And it's crazy because I thought when we had the fight July 29th, a lot of this was going to be put to rest. I thought a lot of this was going to be buried. I even put on the goddamn. I grabbed my goddamn black cape and I went to the graveyard to bury a lot of this shit. But ultimately, you never know how strong the effect somebody has on somebody until they continue to prove them wrong. And Bud proved a lot of people wrong by going in there handling it the way he did. He handled it so easily that he shocked the viewers, the onlookers, the bystanders. He shocked them. They're still in shock, bro. The PTSD that they experienced by watching that fight July 29th, man, is historic. Because I thought the bias ass narratives that I put beneath the dirt and buried the motherfuckers, I say, man, this is over. He proved that he's better than freaking Arrow. He proved that he's a better welterweight. He proved all this resume shit. He proved that, when Errol Spence said, on my life, you ain't stopping me. I put that to bed right along with Errol Spence, tucked him in real nice. But now it comes down to possible hypnosis. What is going on here? How much damage is the aerosexuals going through right now? It has to be some type of hypnosis. I agree. It has to be some type of psychological deficiency. These individuals are extremely degraded right now. I think if they continue to stay under this hypnosis, it's going to become more and more degenerative. You know what I'm saying? And that degenerative state is going to lead to other microcosms such as depression. You know what I'm saying? Depression, I think a lot of them cats are in depression mode right now. Real talk. AU on deck. What's good with AU? Shout out to Detroit, man. Yes, sir. Shout out to Detroit boxing. That's the same reason somewhat why Bivol and Canelo didn't get made again, because Bivol started making demands after he won, and they was trying to play him. This is the way I look at Bivol and Crawford. Crawford's accomplished more than Bivol. Bivol was able to earn fame overnight, and boy, did he earn some fame. It wasn't a fact that Bivol beat Canelo and he was the first fighter to do it. It's pretty much people were so used to Canelo winning outside of Floyd. You got to talk about a lot of casual fans. A lot of casual fans don't really pay attention to him with Floyd because they say he was green, right? But Floyd was an older fighter. But when it came to Bivol was a guy who people didn't know too much of. They didn't consider him any type of threat. And the way he put hands on Canelo in there, he became a star overnight. But boxing is a business, right? And they look at Bivol, they're like, you're not a draw. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you might have beat Canelo. You're not a draw, though. See, Crawford and Spence, they linked up very, very well because there was so much being spoken on. Nobody was talking about Canelo and Bivol 3, 4, 5 years previous to them stepping in the square. They was talking about Spence and Crawford, though. And then the suspense of when this fight was actually going to happen, the back and forth, you know what I'm saying? The psychological tennis games that was going on. People didn't know when the fight was going to be made. All these fake ass dates that was coming out, July 4th, September 4th. You know what I'm saying? None of it panned out. The fight going to be in November. None of it panned out. And then negotiations fell out. Crawford went to BLK Prime. Then they started accusing the man of negotiating with two different people and blindsiding. Man, get the fuck out of here. Boxing is a business, bro. Get out of here. What's going on? Forever on deck. I see you. What's good with it? JD. The snotty boy's behavior is what untreated mental health issues look like. You know, I feel good now. I do have some qualified physicians on deck to assist. That's what I like. It seems like my chat is building up with more qualified individuals to handle what we have to deal with on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? We have qualified staff on deck. You know what I'm saying? And we have qualified staff on deck. And look, MD already got the name MD. You know what I'm saying? All you need to do is freaking get the white jacket. That's it. Get the tag made. You know what I'm saying? Get your patch made and put it on there and become official, bro. You know what I'm saying? I have qualified physicians on staff as you speak to help with this. For real. Don't be mad at me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this live stream wasn't supposed to be about the boxing outlet, but obviously the dude has an extremely thin layer of skin, because it didn't even get intense, and the dude kicked me off his panel and told me, "Don't come over here with all that." I'm like, dude, you dropped the link in the chat. My link is in the chat right now. You know what I'm saying? If you choose to come over here, brother, and click the link, you can. But due to how short your temper is, and what you think just being on your own platform, you feel safe with saying what you're saying. Come on, man. Don't let me seek out the video Athletic Mind had you up there sounding crazy. You know what I'm saying? Toby said if Errol wanted to have the rematch of 154 and not 147, all he had to do was beat Bud on July 29th at the T-Mobile Massacre. It's real simple. You know what I'm saying? It's extremely simple. Toby, you're making too much sense, man. Too much. I don't know what's your limit. You know what I'm saying? I know when it comes to sense, common sense, people have credit limits. I don't know what your limit is, but right now you're using a lot of that credit, that common sense credit, because all Errol Spence had to do was win July 29th. Errol, are you listening to me? Are you listening to us? All you had to do is be victorious on that day, and we wouldn't be having these conversations, nor would we be out here babysitting your fan base. It is extremely tiresome to be out here babysitting your fan base, man. I asked you politely, go to Twitter or go on live and address your fans, man. You don't care about your fans, man. Real talk. You don't care, man. You need to address it for real. You need to address it. You need to address them and tell them everything is going to be okay. You're going to take the fight at 47. Man, do you know, Errol? Listen to me, Spence. If you just went live one time to address your fans, they will start doing live streams on you for at least about a month straight, strictly off your live stream. All you have to do is go live, and you're going to basically corral all the strays that are over here in the Bud Crawford chats. You're going to corral all the strays and bring them back to the rally point. You know what I'm saying? To start talking about you, Spence. All you got to do is just go live and talk to your fans, man. We are a bit fatigued out here babysitting these niggas, man. Come on, Spence. Just go live one time and talk to your people. I guarantee you'll have probably, okay, you would easily, Spence, if you went live, not in the parking lot, not accidental, you know what I'm saying? But you would have probably around 8, you know what I'm saying? I'll say about 5 to 8,000. It depends on when you go live. It'll be a lot of people tuned in and hear what you got to say. All you have to do, Spence, is go live and talk to your people and let them know what's going on, bro. I'm trying to help out the fan base. Me and the hottest chat in the MF game, we have staff on deck. But Spence, even for us, it gets a little tiresome babysitting something that you're supposed to be keeping close over there in Texas. Bring them back to reality, bro. Go live and talk to your people. That's all I'm saying. We're tired of it. They're whining all the time. The snotty boys are crying. Come on, Spence. Do yourself well, bro. You know what I'm saying? Do yourself well. Rare 3, what's good? Spence agreed that Bud choose to wait on paper. So who's not keeping their word? Spence agreed that Bud choose to wait on paper. And that's where we at with it. As always, we going off documentation be conversation, but just not this documentation. You feel me? They sit up here. Well, hey, documentation be conversation. Okay, let's speak about this documentation. That documentation says what again? That documentation says that the winner get to choose what weight class the fight is going to be at next. The aerosexuals, they know this is the case, indeed, but yet they up here crying, broken, delusional, mean, mad. You know what I'm saying? How do we bring back a group of individuals without them self-destructing? Should I grab a microphone and play some old Public Enemy? Fight the power. Fight the power. You know, I see Flavor Flav all the time at Nico Ali's fight. Maybe I need to, ask Flavor Flav for a favor. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I should ask him for a favor. I say, Flav, is there any way you can get with Chuck D, man? We need to bring them back, the Flav. We need to bring them back. They are out here self-destructing, bro. If that wasn't the real Errol Spence on July 29th, was it the real Diddy James as well? Or was Diddy a clone too? It could have been two clones. Damn, you might be on to something now. You might be on to something. But I look at it like this, Toby. We ain't giving Diddy James. It was the real Diddy James. You know why? Because I heard it in his voice, Toby. He was still saying some dumb shit. Step around him. Step around him, man. Step around him. Make him feel you. Step around him. Step around him. Make him feel you. No, that was the real Diddy James, Toby. That was the real one. You know what I'm saying? Eminem ain't asking for the real Diddy James to step up. No, that was the real one, goddammit. That was the real Diddy James, bro. I can hear it, and I can just go off the information. But like you said, with this cloning shit, they are downloading data. So if they downloaded enough data, then I can see why the clone Diddy was saying the same shit as the real Diddy. And if that is indeed the case, I want to say they did an outstanding job. You know what I'm saying? With basically mimicking the real Diddy James. But I would like to say, okay, that wasn't a real Diddy, but it was. It was a real Diddy, dog. It's real Diddy. These aerosexuals are on a different level when it comes to being special. Man, different levels is so underrated. I mean, their level of disaster, for them to get on here and come up with what they come up with every freaking day is something different. Now all of a sudden Bud is a diva when it comes to documentation beating conversation. You said documentation beats conversation, and per the documentation, to say the winner, unbeknownst to us, previously to July 29th, the winner of that fight will be able to what? Select the weight class for the next fight. So the winner just so happened to be, drum roll, ta-da-da-da-ta, the one they love to hate, goddammit. Why didn't one of you all, when Bud was walking back to the dressing room previously in celebration with his mother, family, sister, all his friends and family on that, why didn't just maybe 3 or 4 or 5 of you aerosexuals just band together and take the blue pill and just throw a punch, dog? Why y'all didn't just band together and say, this is our time to stand up for Spence, man? All you had to do was throw a punch on Crawford while he was still warmed up. If you all could have returned back to the YTC and say, we got footage, we stole on Crawford, and we knocked him to the ground. We told you he was chinny. I think that would have been a better way to unite Errol Spence fan base, knowing that you went out there and sacrificed your life, because you would have lost your life. You know, the people that would have been talking on the YTC would have been your spirit. You would have lost your life. You know what I'm saying? You would have lost that. So your spirit would have been here talking to you all on the YTC and saying, hey, we come to you in our past life. And we're saying that at the time we felt that it was the perfect moment to defend our Savior, our Lord, our King. So we threw a punch. We blindsided Crawford. And from there on, we don't know what happened. All we know is we all took flight at the same time. And the ground came quick in a hurry. And my body went numb. When I awakened, all I heard was the pastor providing a eulogy. I was dressed for the occasion in the nicest suit I ever wore in my life. I couldn't feel my body, but I can see it. Hey, all y'all had to do was throw a punch, man, and you would have rallied every aerosexual to your aid, because then they would have had something real. I'm talking about raw to hate Bud Crawford for. Bud would have now taken out about 5 of the aerosexual that choose to try to assault him on his way out the ring. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could have rallied together and say, oh man, we need to do what it takes to, you know what I'm saying, keep their name living. They went out there and really sacrificed their lives, man. They became casualties of war. Ultimately stupid enough, you know what I'm saying? We need to band together. That's what we need to see, man. We need to see them get together for a common cause. Because talking about Bud all day, when you're a goddamn Errol Spence fan, it just doesn't make any sense to us, bro. None at all. How can you support your fighter by hating on another? That's not being a fan. That's just plain hating. Man, it is, bro. Boxing fan talk on deck. What's good with it? I agree there, Toby. I agree. How can you do that? What's the purpose? When are y'all going to start inserting ample time into speaking about Spence? That's why Spence don't fuck with y'all. That's why he don't fuck with y'all, man. Real talk. It's easy. That's the reason why he don't fuck with y'all. Why? Because y'all keep on going in here talking about Bud all the freaking time. Like y'all should be talking about him moving up to 54. You should be talking about, hey, Derek, just let us know when he's going to be out there on the road training, and we want to come over there and run with him. I don't know if we're going to be able to run 20 or 30 feet and fall out and get in the vehicle and then, you know, get the cameras rolling. But goddamn it, we want to go help him work out. If you let Derek James know that you all are willing to try to give him extra needed motivation, maybe that would encourage Spence to acknowledge y'all, because he don't acknowledge y'all, bro. Shout out to Jamal Neasy on deck in the building. After witnessing that massacre on July 29th, I've now become an avocado sexual. David is a better fighter than Errol. Man, if you have became an avocado sexual and you try to prove that to the aerosexuals, then they're gonna really take ownership of being an aerosexual. Man, you know Errol better than avocado. Man, stop it, bro. Stop it, man. Stop it, man. You're doing too much, man. You know when it comes to fan bases with sexual on the end, you know we reign supreme on that shit. We reign supreme. It ain't no other community more involved with representing their fighter by talking about the other fighter than the aerosexual community. The Snotty Boys reign supreme, bro. You know what I'm saying, Neasy? They reign supreme out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? They hate that word. And this dude actually believe that aerosexuals believe, you know, we have some people that actually have a problem with the word itself. They act like a grown ass man cannot mention sexual. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's wrong with you? That's why a lot of you dudes are proving that you're beta. You're beta because it's changed an awful lot since I grew up. We was able to compliment a female. We was able to walk up to them and basically tell them just how we feel. These dudes today, they want to play those little games, walk behind and make all these eye and facial expressions and get a girl to try to come over. Hey man, what you doing? Oh, I was just looking. You're looking cute from afar. So why you didn't say nothing to me? Oh, I'm just so shy. I'm shy. I'm not an alpha. I've never been an alpha in my life. I'm a beta. That doesn't distract you. Nah, man, come here. Shit. Man, nigga, you acting soft, dog. Laffy Taffy soft. The dude's voice be goddamn deeper than, the girl's voice be deeper than the dude's, bro. Y'all be goddamn shopping in the grocery store. Hey, get that basket over there. Okay. Okay, I'll push it too. You don't have to scream and yell. Floyd and Bivol both older than Canelo. So I bet Canelo said to Eddie Reynoso, damn, Eddie, I ain't fighting no more older cats anymore. Hey, man, they gonna have to figure this shit out, bro. I thought Bivol, hold on for a second. Bro. I thought Bivol was young. Yeah, Bivol's not older than Canelo. Bivol's 32 years old. I could have sworn Canelo was 33. Let me see. Yeah, Canelo's 33, bro. I don't know why people think I don't do my research. You know what I'm saying? I thought for sure, man. Yeah, Bivol's 32 and Canelo's 33. There, Toby. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Carlos Rosado in the building. What's good with it, Carlos? What's popping, bro? What's popping? Appreciate that, Toby. Please don't forget to hit the like button for WCS. Man, I was knocked out sleep. So go got the pillow marks on my face. Hey, man. Hey. You know what I'm saying? It's better to have pillow marks than scars because these damn snotty boys, man, they got scars from beating themselves up. Still up here coming up with these false, bias ass narratives, man. You know what I'm saying? Did he say you standing there looking at him? That's why he keep hitting you. Hey, that's what you actually put on the billboard. Bro, you put a comment like that on the billboard so people drive by. You like, hold up. Let me pull over for a second. Let me read this. Let me back up this motherfucker. I got to take a shot. I got to take a picture of this shit. Did they pay money to put what the? This nigga? Oh, hold up. You trying to tell me he told this dude in a fight? You told him some shit like that? You standing there looking at him. No, man. He was like saying to himself, God damn, this dude is good. And, you know, Errol Spence was thinking at that moment when he said, on my life, you won't stop me. You know what I'm saying? He had to think about that. He has to process what just happened. Because Spence had people really believing how big he was in that red hoodie. And they was like, man, ain't no way that little dude Bud is going to beat Spence, who looked like he's a freaking middleweight, super middleweight on that day. Dude looked big because he had weight on him. You know what I'm saying? But when that bell rung, the bigger person in that ring looked like they was Terrence Crawford, bro. And how he delegated that ass whooping, man. Shout out to Juice Lee, man. It's always a pleasure. Like I said, the staff in the chat, man, we have qualified medical physicians, and also we have a legitimate certified snack dealer, a program that Crawford is on, and he is performing well. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Juice Lee on deck, bro. It's always good to know that we have a variety of professions that's on deck. And snack is one of the focal points of the aerosexuals when they talk about Bud Crawford cheating. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying the snack is doing him well. The man was shredded. He had power on the end of his punches. That jab was piston. Oh my God. Thank you, Snack. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Snack. Real talk. You doing your damn thing, bro. Cognitive dissonance. They believe with the entire souls that Bud was a bum. So the reality of that beating on July 29th clashed with the fantasy that they created in their own minds. Let me put that up there. Damn. This is the only thing I have to say about that, MD. When you start basically drafting up comments like that, you're going to find people that try to extract you from this chat so you can be in their chat, so you can educate them like that. They're going to try to basically abduct you physically out of this chat and make you a member over in their chat, because you're up here speaking on a situation that really hits home for them. You know what I'm saying? You said, so the reality of that beating July 29th clashed with the fantasy. Fantasy wise, maybe they still up here believing that it actually played out. You know what I'm saying? They actually believe that what played out wasn't the real Spence. So they may still consider themselves, MD, that Bud is a bum. They may still consider themselves to believe that Bud is still a bum. You know why? Because the real Errol Spence wasn't on deck July 29th. Am I right or wrong, Neezy? Isn't that what they said? The real Errol Spence wasn't there. So being that Bud did not fight the real Errol Spence, he is still considered a bum. I really don't want to get in depth about cognitive. You know, I'm just looking at it like they say between 4 to 6, we start to know how to process critical thinking from right and wrong, right? So I'm believing that the people that's able to go ahead and log on and participate on this YTC shit, they should be somewhat smart enough to know what they witnessed July 29th. The right person won, right? The right person won for the Bud Crawford supporters. And through the eyes of the Errol Spence fans, the wrong person was victorious. You know what I'm saying? That's how they look at it. They have to continue going to their therapist to try to figure this shit out. Cooking with Sir Senior, what's good with it, brother? I thought Bill was 34, 35. No, not at all. I knew Bivol was young because there was a lot of debates about him fighting Artur Beterbiev or Beterbiev, right? And Beterbiev is older than Bivol. So, you know, that was conversation out there, you know, and how Bivol is young. He's going to be around for this, that, you know what I'm saying? But still, he was old enough where at the point he needed a title. Is Errol on Snack too? Because we need to get verification from Juice. You know what I'm saying? If Errol is on the Snack program, which he isn't, because he wouldn't dare get on the Snack program, because then the aerosexuals, I don't know how they react. Real talk. The aerosexuals may look at it like, okay, Errol's on Snack program right now, but what snack supplements is he taking? We want him on the same plan as Crawford. We want him on the same plan as Crawford, dog. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna be satisfied, man. They gonna say, what's this list of supplements, Juice? Juice, come on, man. Jump on the panel, dog. Come jump on the panel. So what we hear, you was the one supplying Crawford. So why ain't you supplying Errol? Hey, they gonna start taking out all their anger on Juice, right? Man, see, that's what I'm talking about, bro. Man, you know you're wrong. You're supposed to have both of them on the same to make it even. No, man, they're gonna start taking it out on you, man. They're gonna say, bro, man, why you didn't volunteer to send Errol Spence some free snack supplements, knowing that he needed that shit July 29th? You know what I'm saying? That's what they said. Errol's ass whooping gave the aerosexuals neurological problems, which affected their cognitive dissonance. WCS. Hey, I look at it like this, just like MD said. We know there's some mental issues. You know what I'm saying? We know there's some corrosive issues going on there. And now let me not use corrosive because that might cause them to do paperwork. Degenerative, a decline. We know when it comes to their well-being on a daily basis, knowing the lingering effect of what happened. I continue to reiterate that moment will go down in history in the boxing annals, y'all. Seriously. Y'all might come over here and listen to what I'm saying, and y'all might shake it off as food for thought. Y'all might shake it off and say, man, I don't want to hear it. But really, listen to me. July 29th, this man changed the world of boxing. You know what I'm saying? He broke up entire community. He broke up any union that they thought that aerosexuals had with one another. Why? Because they refused to talk about Errol Spence. He broke them up so bad, Bud went in there and proved in such an easy display of dominance that these cats are absolutely destroyed mentally. Like, you're talking about PTSD on a whole nother level, man. Psychologically, man, they are broken beyond repair right now. I'm not saying it's irreconcilable for them to return back to normalcy, but it's gonna take a lot of us, bro. And being that I know I have staff on deck, maybe it's gonna be up to us, bro. You know how they go out here and rescue these animals and they take them back and nurse them back to health. You know how they find some of these animals like eagles, strays that's been ran over by vehicles. They take them back to the facility and they nurse them back to health. Maybe that's what we need to do. I'm pretty sure if I had to get a consensus, you know what I'm saying, and ask the chat who is willing to participate and volunteer their time, I'm pretty sure the majority of you all in this chat, I'm bound to get. Let's just say it's about 30 of you all, right? Out of the 30, if I ask for all in favor to vote on us going out here corralling these strays, I'm pretty sure it's going to be about one of you all that volunteer your time. And that's cool with me. One is enough, bro. One is enough, man. The other 29 field is not their job to go out here and volunteer their time. And I get it. I respect that. So that one, I'll have to get with that one and say, you sure this is something that you want to go out and take care of? The one might have thought about it and said, you know what? I changed my mind. I said, okay, good. Go back out there with the rest of them. And you know what I'm saying? Enjoy your free life. Enjoy your freedom as a civilian. You made a perfect choice. You don't have to go out here and rescue them aerosexuals. Let them continue to roam aimlessly looking for validation. They want Bud Crawford to take the fight at 54 because they have HOPE. They believe HOPE is going to be front and center. No. It's going to take more than hope. You messing with a different type of dude, bro. Bud wants Spence and Diddy to rededicate themselves to sweet signs and make 147. Hey, they need to do that shit. Hey, Sam, is he wrong? Is he wrong, though? If Bud Crawford is sitting up here telling you all it was tough for him to make 147, and this is the person that stays in the gym, they're gonna now say that Bud wasn't being genuine. He was playing a game. You know what I'm saying? He was faking. That's why they're gonna say, oh, if he wants it at 47, then he obviously, it wasn't a grueling weight cut like Spence had to endure the grueling negotiation process. Jamal said EJ is not on the snack program. He's on my breakfast. lunch and dinner program. He say he's on my breakfast, lunch, and dinner program, people. Dang, the disrespect, man. Do y'all have any courtesy as adults, man? How can you put this man on an entire nutritional program? And the topic of discussion is him making 47, bro. Now let's just say, for instance, the breakfast, lunch, and dinner is a nutritional plan that benefits him in a way that he has low carbs, you know what I'm saying, still the amount of calories to give him the energy to go in there and complete his workouts, right? And to keep his body fat, continue to reduce his body fat and work on his BMI, you know what I'm saying, to get him ready within targeted range to make that weight whenever they choose to fight. Are they fighting in December? Do we know they fighting in December? What? They really think if Errol brings Blu-ray back and has to fight at 154, that would be a completely different outcome. I want Blu-ray back, man. I like Blu-ray, bro. I want Blu-ray to go in there. I want Blu-ray to go in there and put Spence through the rigors of his regime, man. I respect Blu-ray's training regime, man. Just based off the strength that he does the exercises with, you know, dude's on a whole nother level. So I would like Spence to call Blu-ray back in, because anything to help these aerosexuals get back to normalcy. Bro, we have tried, man. If it takes Blu-ray to get back in there and get Spence shredded, because he didn't look shredded. He was looking at the ground when Blu-ray was in there. God damn it, shit. Motherfucking Errol Spence was shoulders back, chest out, head and eye straight to the front, marching down. He had all the confidence. That man was shredded. But damn near every photo that we seen him out of training camp, the shit, he was looking down at the ground. I said, what is down there? Oh, he's looking at his next resident. That's where he's looking. He's looking at his next destination. I get it. And he did very well. Once he visited that destination, he was able to, you know, stand up and say, oh, that wasn't that bad. Shit. And then bing, bing, bong, and he's back down to there again. You know what I'm saying? So he got a round trip ticket to Canvas University and back. You know what I'm saying? The orientation was a little bit rough, but ultimately Harvey Doc stepped in and said, you know, that's all you need to do. You have been approved. We'll prove you. Yes, you're approved. We'll prove you. No doubt about it. All right. Harvey Doc, seeing that the orientation was getting a little rough for Spence, and he stopped and closed it out for the night. But what we need to continue to do, y'all, stay strong. Stay strong, because we're going to continue to look at this in a manner for which we're constantly coming up with resources to help them fools out. For real. Let's see this right here. Oh my God, I'm looking at what somebody sent me. This guy can damn, man. Everybody's running with the diva. It's amazing how everybody will run with the diva tag now. Like, listen, I've been questioning the intellect of these individuals, but I think the more and more they try to sit up here and defame Bud Crawford's name, it's almost like they're trying to get Errol Spence, trying to put him to retirement quicker than what he want to be, because they continue to now, they try to, you know, once again, they went from slavery and now they want to try to say, oh, he's being a diva prima donna. Now they want to use the female shit on him. They want to continue to talk and talk and talk and talk, because they say Bud, he grew up around females. But it's funny, he looked like he was putting them hands and the combinations together in July 29th as a man. But we have to keep a close eye on this situation, because now a lot of channels are running with the diva when aerosexuals rule supreme. The snotty boys, aka the aerosexuals, what reigns supreme. It don't matter if you use diva or not. Documentation be conversation, and the contract says what it says, and the man is the king at welterweight. So it's only right for him to defend his titles at welterweight. Man, y'all hold this shit down. I'll be back on a little later, man. Hey, shout out to the hottest chat in the MFN game. A-Side Official. You already know, man. Don't question it. We out.
Left jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss. Now you counting stars. Should've practiced more. Should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, subscribe.